Hey, Puddin', don't worry. It wasn't your fault. You think so? Why Marvel always has better movies than us? Well, they have terrible movies too. Lots of them, honey. That's true. But let me tell you, none of them is as bad as the ending of your last movie. Hey everyone, how's everything going? Welcome to Custom Toys EC, a series of videos where I'm gonna talk about all the freaky stuff that all we freakies love. It's been a while since our last video, bunch of personal situations, work stuff and so, but now we're back and this time around I have this beautiful Suicide Squad Part 2 or whatever from Bandai to Machinations. This SH Figuarts figure is awesome, I've always wanted it. And I got it a while ago, but now it's finally the opportunity to take a look at this beautiful piece. Just look at this portrait, it's Margot Robie, spot on 6-inch scale. I love all the detail. The sculpture on this piece is amazing. The colors are very vibrant, and the proportions are just right. This custom is going to be fairly simple. The only thing that I want to do is changing all the silver details on the piece. SH Figuarts figures are often characterized for being very well painted. But most of the times for live action franchises, they can be too clean. And for custom work, it's always better to give it a weathered look. But with this figure, I want to go with a different approach. I want it to be as clean as it can be. I want it to be a museum piece, okay? If somebody wants to go the extra mile and give it some weathering or maybe battle damage, it's okay, but I prefer my figure fairly clean. And as you can see, I am just changing that gunmetal color that is actually too dull and not vibrant. My silver paint is shiny and very metallic. You'll see the difference in the final results. But for now, I just want to show you all the small details that I covered with this special paint. The good thing about Revel paints is that you don't need to clean the surface, especially if it's already painted. You just have to add the paint and it will attach to the previous layer of paint. Of course, it's a completely different story if you want to paint over plain plastic. Then you'll have to at least sand the surface. Look at those zippers on the leg. They're not painted well. Let me finish with these buckles. And there you go. This paint absolutely gives it more life, like it's a real metal piece. If you want to try this type of custom, remember to use a very thin and pointy brush. Oh, and before I forget, the paint should always be thick enough. You can stain and ruin all your figure if you use your paint too liquid. And on the contrary, if your paint is too thickened, you risk to lose detail on the sculpture, of tiny details especially. What I'm trying to say is that always keep your paint in the right consistency. I have to hold my breath if I want to finish this properly. These hands are too tiny. Now the metal zipper. In any figure is always difficult to paint this part. Oh, and also these buckles. If I make a mistake, I will have to take the paint off, and since the black paint that they have used in the factory is so clean, man, it's so difficult to leave it back to its original state. Right now, I am also holding my breath, so the finish can be accurate and steady. What do you think? The same with this zipper. Please, collectors and freaky community, do not hate me if I don't wear off with a dark wash the detail of the silver or the suit. I just want this figure to be as clean as possible, as I told you at the beginning of the video. Personal preferences, my friends. These buttons and buckles of the neck too. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Now the edges of the goggles. Luckily, the black paint inside is very shiny, so I don't have to use translucent resin to imitate the crystal finish. Japanese figures are always better in quality control. That includes the paint detail, but sometimes they need a small upgrade. Awesome. The only wash that I'm doing is for the hair. It looks very plain. The blonde color is perfect, but it needs a little bit of 3D treatment. If you want any commission work, please contact us on Instagram as customtoys_EC. The only detail that I didn't like on the face was the eyebrows. They were too bright in my opinion. Also, a little bit of detail on the nostrils, and darkening for the tattoo under her right eye. Beautiful. Now the funniest part of all, putting back the figure together. These figures are like puzzles or model kits. It's always fun to do this. There we go. Last thing, the head. And that's it. Nothing more for this girl. Now for the final results, I want you to tell me what you think on the first, that we can see that the silvers are barely noticeable. But now, with this new paint, they look very metallic and nice. I know this is one of the simplest customs I've ever made, and I didn't want to do anything complicated with this figure. I didn't even have to just articulation. This particular piece was firm and pliable. And as always, I want you to tell me, guys, what you think. Do you like this video and the process that I made? Tell me your opinions on the comments down below. I especially love this image of Harley posing with Joaquin Phoenix's Joker and Heath Ledger as well. If you reached this point of the video, thank you so much. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so YouTube notifies you when we upload more videos like this. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Goodbye.